Commission OS could be easy to dismiss as just another AI affiliate tool. But based on the offer and the audience it's clearly aimed at, I think that would be too simplistic. If you're a beginner or earlier stage affiliate, this actually looks like a pretty strong buy. Why? Because if you're an early stage CPA marketer, the real problem you face is likely not lack of information, it's lack of structure. It's easy to bounce between videos, prompts, tools, templates, and ideas, but never turn any of it into a campaign you can actually launch. That's where Commission OS looks strongest. It appears to be positioned as an AI-assisted CPA workflow tool that helps reduce the friction you probably experience between choosing an offer and getting moving. Not a magic button, not done-for-you success, just more structure, clearer next steps, and less guesswork. From the current materials, the core value seems to center on 4 things: offer analysis, support for pre-landers or bridge pages, content generation help, and a guided action plan. In other words, it is trying to help beginners like you get from scattered learning to actual execution. And part of the appeal here is consolidation. For less experienced marketers, this is probably more attractive than patching together separate subscription tools for writing, page creation, planning, and workflow support. Commission OS is being sold as a one-time payment with instant access and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's also why I wouldn't view the funnel as some kind of red flag. The front end looks like a standalone starting point that is enough to get going. The optional upgrades are just that, optional. And if you want to add more later on, that's a much fairer progression than being forced into purchasing advanced features you don't yet need from day one. On the other hand, if you're an advanced marketer, the case is weaker. Not because the product doesn't offer useful shortcuts, but because you probably already have a preferred stack, tested workflows, and best-in-class tools for each separate job. But for the audience this is actually built for, that is not the comparison that matters most. The real comparison is this: do you want to keep cobbling together a messy stack of disconnected tools, or start with something more structured and beginner-friendly? From that perspective, Commission OS looks more like a strong buy than a shiny object for beginners and earlier stage affiliates. It still will not replace execution, testing, or judgment, but for the right buyer, it looks like a useful shortcut. If you want the full review and the latest exclusive bonus details, the link is below at cpacommissionsystem.com. Subscribe for more practical, no-hype tool reviews.